In this video, we will discuss about the different types of batteries. Battery is very important in wireless communication system. Okay. So let us discuss about the brief information about the battery. So first point related to this, cell. Cell is an energy source which can be delivered only DC voltage and current, which are in very small quantities. For example, if we take cell that we use in watches or remote controls, it can give maximum of 1.5 to 3 volt. Second point, battery. The functionality of battery is exactly same as that of the cell, but a battery is a pack of cells arranged in a series or parallel fashion so that the voltage can be raised to desired levels. The best known example for a battery is a power bank, which is used to charge up smartphones. If we ever see the inside of a battery bank, we can find set of battery arranged in serially or parallelly based on the requirement. Batteries are arranged in series to increase the voltage and in parallel to increase the current. Next, why DC is preferred over AC? In most of the portable electronics, AC cannot be stored, whereas DC can be stored without any difficulty. Even the losses due to AC power are more when compared to the DC. That is the reason DC is preferred for portable electronic device. After that, we have to discuss about the types of batteries. So basically there are two types of batteries. Primary batteries. Primary batteries are batteries that cannot be recharged once depleted. Primary batteries are made up of electrochemical cells whose electrochemical reaction cannot be reversed. Primary battery exists in different form ranging from coin cell to AA batteries. They are commonly used in standalone application where charging is impractical or impossible. A good example which is in military grade device and battery powered equipment. It will be impractical to use rechargeable batteries as recharging a battery will be the last thing in the mind of the soldier. Primary batteries always have high specific energy and a system in which they are always used to design consume low amount of power to enable the batteries last as long as possible. Secondary battery. Secondary batteries are batteries with electrochemical cells whose chemical reaction can be reversed by applying a certain voltage to the battery in reverse direction. Also preferred to rechargeable batteries, secondary cells unlike primary cell can be recharged after the energy on the battery has been used up. They are typically used in high drain application and other scenarios where it will be either too expensive or impracticable to use a single charge battery. Small capacity secondary batteries are used to power portable electronics devices like mobile phones and other gadgets. Appliances, while heavy duty batteries are used in power device, electric vehicle and other high drain application like load leveling in electricity generation. This is about the types of batteries. After that, we have to discuss about what are the main parts regarding the battery. Battery consists of three main parts: the anode, cathode and electrolyte. The anode is the positive end and cathode is a negative end. The electrolyte separate the anode and cathode terminal. Next point, high charge anode. The anode contains many more electrons than the cathode. Because of this, the electrons naturally wants to move from high charge area to low charge area, but since they are separated by electrolyte, they cannot be. Now if we consider the complete circuit diagram, when a battery is plugged into device such a lamp or remote control, it can create a circuit that gives the electrons a path from highly charged anode to lightly charged cathode. When we power the device, the release of electrons in anode is called oxidation. Meanwhile, the cathode accepting these electrons is called reduction. During the process, as electrons flow by the connected device, some of the energy in electrons is used to power it. If a battery is disposable, it will produce electricity until it runs out electrons once the chemicals are depleted. The reaction stops, the electrons stop flowing through the outer circuit. Okay. After that, we have to discuss about the terms used while dealing with the batteries. Okay, so the first one is regarding the power capacity. It means the amount of current that the battery can be delivered. It is known as C rating. So let us take one example. Let's consider a battery which has 10,000 milliampere per hour of a battery of a power capacity. After dividing 10,000 milliampere hour per hour gives 10,000 milliampere, that is 10 ampere, that is 10 C. So a battery with 10,000 milliampere hour of a capacity will have C rating of 10 C, which means the battery has a capacity of delivering 10 ampere of a current at a constant voltage. If a battery has 1 C rating, then the battery has a capability of delivering 1 ampere of the current. Next point, charging current. It is a maximum current that can be applied to charge the battery. Practically, maximum of 1 ampere or 2 ampere can be applied if a battery protecting circuit is inbuilt, but still 500 milliampere is the best range for charging the battery. Next, charging voltage. It is the maximum voltage that should be applied to the battery to efficiently charge a battery. Basically, 4.2 volt is the best standard charging voltage. Through we apply 5 volt to battery, it accepts only 4.2 volt. And discharging current, it is the current that can be drawn from the battery and it is delivered to the load. Shelf life. life defines the time period a battery can be stay powered up and should be able to use it for a rated time period. Cutoff voltage, it is the voltage at which the battery can be considered as a fully discharged. Cycle life, the number of such cycles that a battery can charge and discharge defines the cycle life. Power density, it defines power capacity of a battery for a given mass of volume. For example, 100 watt-hour per kg for alkaline battery standard power density implies that for a 1 kg of a chemical composition it provides 1000 watt-hour of a capacity. Now volume of a AAA alkaline battery is 11.5 gram. So if 1 kg can be 100 watt-hour capacity, then how much a 11.5 gram AAA battery can give? Let us calculate. For 11.5 gram, 100 into 11.5 divided by 1000 is equal to 1.15 watt-hour. So we know the nominal voltage of alkaline battery is 1.5 volt. So it provides 1.5 volt into 1.15 divided by 1.5 ampere into 1 hour gives the 0.76 ampere hour is equal to 760 milliampere hour of a power capacity, which is the almost equal to our capacity of a standard AAA alkaline batteries. Okay, let us discuss different types of batteries and its specification. First, alkaline batteries. It is basically constructed with the chemical composition of zinc and manganese oxide. The electrolyte used in it is the potassium hydroxide, which is the purely an alkaline substance. The battery is named as alkaline battery. Then nickel cadmium battery. The nickel cadmium battery is a type of rechargeable battery which is developed using nickel oxide hydroxide and metallic cadmium as electrode. Nickel cadmium batteries excel at maintaining voltage and holding charge when not in use. These are the specification given. Specific energy 40 to 60 watt hour per kg. Energy density 50 to 150 watt hour per length. Specific power 150 watt per kg. Charge discharge efficiency 70 to 90%. Self discharge rate 10% of month. Cycle durability per life is 2000 cycles. Other battery, nickel metal hydride battery. Nickel metal hydride is another type of chemical configuration used for rechargeable batteries. The chemical reaction at the positive electrode of a battery is similar to that of the nickel cadmium cell, with both batteries type using the same nickel oxide hydroxide. The negative electrodes in nickel metal hydride use as a hydrogen absorbing alloy instead of a cadmium, which is used in nickel cadmium batteries. These are the specification. Then lithium ion battery. Lithium ion batteries are a type of rechargeable battery in which lithium ions from the negative electrode migrate to the positive electrode during the discharge and migrate back to the negative electrode when the battery is being charged. Lithium ion batteries use an intercalated lithium compound as one electrode material compared to the metallic lithium used in a non-rechargeable lithium batteries. These are the specification. Then lead acid battery. Lead acid batteries are a low cost reliable power workhorse used in heavy duty application. They are usually very large, and because of their weight they are always used in non-portable applications such as solar panel energy storage, vehicle ignition, light backup power, and load leveling in power generation or distribution. After that, some factors to consider when selecting the right type of battery for project. First, energy density and power density, maximum rate of energy discharge per unit mass or volume. Safety, it is important to consider the temperature at which device you are building will work. Life cycle durability, the stability of a energy density and power density of a battery with the repeated cycling is needed for the long battery life required by the most application. Cost is an important part of a engineering discussion you will be making. Thank you. This is all about the batteries.